This is the second part of the episode of Candace Owens telling us of how she and Charlie Kirk had handlers since 2018. If you've not watched the previous one, I will encourage you to go watch it because starting from here will be kind of very confusing, okay? Go watch the previous video, then you can come back.
Okay, Frank, challenge accepted. Let's learn some more facts today.
A few moments later.
Today is actually a really important episode. I want you to pay attention, very close attention to what I'm about to share with you. A lot of this is gut instinct. That's what we do here.
So good. Okay, you back? Good. Let's take it up. It's given. Now, in the previous video, let's just do a quick summary. We looked at how Candace explained to us her journey from the time she met Charlie Kirk to the time they went to the UK, how she met her husband and how that saved her. And then she decided to look at the people that were coming into Charlie Kirk's life after that moment of hers where Kanye West tweeted at her. Turning Point USA blew up, and then they were very important personalities, and a few people came in, and amongst those people who came in was Tyler Boyler. Tyler Boyler started hiring people. He said he wants to hire important professional people, and amongst those people were people who were very heavily involved in the military. Guys, I know this is going to be extremely confusing to both British, Americans, Europeans, Africans, people from around the world, but I need you to remove everything you know in your brain and concentrate on the story here, okay? I never thought in my life that I would find a place where someone who has served in the military is put on a suspicious plate, and then someone like Andrew Tate, a well-known self-identifying pimp, is put on the right side of justice. But here we are. So, guys, put on your seatbelt. This is going to be very, very bumpy, messy, and extremely spicy. Are you ready? Let's hit the streets. Amongst the people that Candace complains about is Andrew Covert. Andrew Covert is part of Turning Point USA. And according to Candace Owens, he is also heavily involved in the military. The next person is Frank Tarrick. Frank Tarrick worked in the military as psychological someone in the military, and is very suspicious to her because Frank Tarrick is also now a pastor, and she links it to the time when she talked about Operation Mocking Pastor, where she alleged that 50 million was given by Bibi Netanyahu to pastors all over to talk about her and Tucker Carlson. At that time, that was a hot mess of a time. And then she also talks about Rob McCoy. Rob McCoy is a pastor. Pastor Rob McCoy, remember him, who told Candace to calm down and not talk about this and let the family grieve? Yes, that Rob McCoy, whose son Mikey McCoy was not acting the way Candace Owens would like someone who just witnessed a shooting to be acting. Yes, that Rob McCoy. Rob McCoy also has a military background, and somehow that is very suspicious. The next person with a military background is Mikey McCoy, like we've established already. His daddy has a military background. His brother, I think, has a military background. And the next person is Tyler Boyler. Tyler Boyler is a person who was bringing in all of these people. Guys, I have tea. Let me drop the tea here. Why Candace is dropping all of these people who had military background? Do you know who she intentionally left out? And she knows why she's leaving that out. She leaves out somebody who, one, was introduced to Charlie Kirk by this very Tyler Boyler. You remember when let me drop the name, Erica Kirk. You remember when I did Erica Kirk's biography? That is a few weeks ago, I think 1 or 2 weeks ago. I was talking about how Erica and Charlie met, and there were a little few conflicting stories about how they met. Erica mentioned sometimes it was like on the ticket line to to pay for a ticket to go to Israel, something like that. And then sometime they also talk about they met in the USA when she came for a job interview.
Do it.
Well, I've never met anyone quite like her. I remember I called Tyler and I said he's gonna have to find talent somewhere else. And whatever opening he thought she would fill, that was not gonna work. And Tyler was trying to coach me down because he said that she was way out of my league. He's still right, by the way.
So after we got through,
He told Tyler who told him to hire Erica, that look, I don't care what position you think this lady will fill, I want to date her. I want to marry her. That is another person who Tyler Boyler introduced into Charlie Kirk's life. And that is another person whose parents have military background. You remember in that time, I was talking about how Erica's mom was working with the military.
Can I ask a question? This might be off topic. How did your mom choose Phoenix?
So she chose to move to Phoenix from Ohio because there was more of an opportunity for a female business owner out here, especially from the standpoint of she was getting involved with the government, so Homeland Security and Department of Defense. And so she had other business partners that were out here that were already in that industry.
So I've been able to travel to the Pentagon. I've been able to meet General Salazar, who's actually out here in Arizona. And I've also been able to donate a Johnny's Locker to the Sojourner Center, which you're looking at right now.
Wow.
So there's been a lot of things that have been going on, from working in the military to traveling to just being.
I know she is hinting all of this military thing. She know Candace is driving this car somewhere. Don't worry, guys. Put on your seatbelts and fasten it. Let me know if when she was dropping all of these hints about military, you had a problem. She even mentioned Mr. Beast. I don't know how Mr. Beast got astray, but Mr. Beast caught astray in
The military-industrial complex that shot JFK to maintain power has created a veneer of reality for us, and it is not so, right? We are under a veil. I think that these corporations, people that are put at the head of these corporations and we're told that they're geniuses, or if they're just so successful, like Mr. Beast, these are military operations, is what I'm signaling to you guys. So be aware of that. I think
this analysis of people who are involved in the military. And then she also told us about a time where some other lady called her to talk about Andrew Tate. She called her to talk about Andrew Tate, and she was with one of Andrew Tate's accusers. You remember Andrew Tate has so many accusers, and he's a self-proclaimed pimp. Nobody has to say it. He is online saying he has hundreds of videos out there saying how he does his lover boy method. It's no longer up for debate. The only person who is still defending it is our Candy baby. I think there is something in him that he sees that we don't see. Okay? Leave it there. A lady called her to say, hey, I have one of Andrew Tate's accusers here. And do you know what Candy's baby said to this lady? I don't know why. I thought you were the person who was who was pro-life. Why are you involved in Andrew Tate's accusers? Why are you asking about Andrew Tate's accuser? I thought you were pro-life. I don't know how being pro-life has something to do with not asking questions about someone's accuser. I don't see where the link, but you know one thing I need you to do, like I said at the beginning of this video, keep your thinking caps down. I don't need you thinking too much. Let's concentrate. Same way she never mentioned to us why and how, or the method by which she left Turning Point USA to PragerU. Same method in which she is now telling me that everyone who has a military background, because the reason she mentioned this lady who called her and was asking about Andrew Tate's accuser is because the lady's parents have a military background. Somehow, please look to your left, to your right. If you are married to a military man, your husband is a suspect. Even you are a suspect. If your parents have a military background, you are suspects. I don't know how being in the military has been correlated to being a bad person, but please put on your seatbelts and let's ride. It's bumpy, quite bumpy. And says she looks at everything and realizes that they are all linked to Raytheon. Okay?
signaling to you guys. So be aware of that. I think this military-industrial complex has had a lot of actors. We have military-grade actors, some of which I think were there when Charlie got shot. Weird behavior from people. The first people to get booked. It was hard to find a student that spoke to a mainstream media news organization on that day. Something's not right. There are too many military players that were surrounding Charlie, and they weren't there before 2018. They weren't there until forces were trying to pull me and Charlie apart.
She says that one of the things that makes her very confused is one of the things that Andrew Covert tweeted about, saying that the bullet did not hurt Charlie's neck and that Charlie had a neck of a man of steel, and that he was not supposed to be having that conversation with the person who had that conversation with him, because the person who was supposed to talk about it was a medical examiner. And after all, the medical examiner who was supposed to have that conversation with Andrew Covert is Dr. Lee Trotter, who completed a residency at Kearsley Air Force Medical Center in Mississippi, and he is also a pilot, likely in the Air Force. She says she's not sure, but you know what doesn't stop her?
And we don't know it. We don't know it. But I kind of know.
Nothing stops her from dropping this man's name, everything about him, and telling us that it is very suspicious. The next person on her chopping block list is Dr. Dreda Smith Amara. Another person she says is a major in the army. She is lesbian. She is linked to some... let me let her say it because my mouth, no.
Someone that in my dream, Charlie told me I should look into. She's a major in the army. She's also from a major corporation. She's from the Erickson family. The Erickson Boyd Corporation is her family. She tells people that she is a direct descendant of Leif Erikson. This brings us into like Swedish Freemason stuff, okay? And I'm certain she's an Erickson, like 1,000% certain that she is an Erickson. She's also now a lesbian. And I'm thinking, why was she just made a major in the army? Why did they need this woman in? Why were people researching these doctors and this specific medical examiner? What the heck is going on?
And you know the funny thing? She's going to drop all of this. If tomorrow these people come out and say, hey, I didn't do this, I don't know what are you talking about? She's going to say, well, I never said that. It's the same thing. When she had this whole fire and flame, which she had for Mikey McCoy yesterday, when now Mikey McCoy's team, that is Team TPUSA came out and said this thing she's talking about is wrong and it did not happen like that. She said, well, she doesn't think that it is a big deal. He should have just come out and just subpoenaed himself and said it. Why did he have to go behind Turning Point USA to say it? For example, you remember the time when the Team Blake Lively were calling her and saying that she was conniving with Team... what's that handsome guy's name? That she was conniving with him, that the only thing she did was she came live, opened her phone, typed Blake Lively and showed the 2 times she had talked about Blake Lively.
First thing I would have done, just like I did when I was being accused of colluding on the Blake Lively story, when I got drafted into that lawsuit and they thought that I was working with Blake Lively's, working with Justin Baldoni's team, is I quite literally live subpoenaed myself. Held to my phone, I typed in Blake Lively, and I showed you the only 2 times that I had ever texted about her in my phone at all to demonstrate that there was no collusion happening and no one compelled me to speak. It was a ridiculous thing for her to say. I laughed at it. I wasn't upset about it, right? And I said, this is crazy. Here is my phone. I'm live opening it for you. Why not do that? Doesn't that seem easier the easier thing? If you feel that pressure is to just say, I'm going to dispel this. It's kind of like the Brigitte Macron thing. Hey, here's a couple of pictures of me raising my kids. 30 years was missing because I really was just camera shy. I'm just going to show you the pictures. It's so much easier rather than fighting a tit for tat war to just share the truth. People are uncomfortable.
It was no number of time. And I asked myself, it is either Candyland is so good that some people don't see the difference between being accused of being involved in a plot or conspiracy to commit murder and being accused to spread a little gossip here and there. I think maybe that's just me. Oh, I shouldn't have had my thinking cap on. I'm sorry, guys. Forgive me. I told you guys to put your thinking caps down, then I put mine on. Let's move ahead. Ignore that.
Someone that in my dream, Charlie told me I should look into. She's a major in the Army.
You heard baby girl, right? She had a dream, again, another dream, and Charlie told her in the dream to research this doctor who is called Dr. Deandre Smith Amara. Deandre Smith Amara. Charlie came to her and told her, research her. You heard it. And she says, this is military. This is my thing. I am not telling Candace not to investigate, but this is the question. When you're just throwing stuff on the wall without any comprehension, no due diligence, you come with things that are flying in the sky. Yesterday, she had Mikey McCoy on the chopping block. I thought she was coming today to bring us more evidence to damn Mikey McCoy to the pole. Like, yes, this is what he did. Lo and behold, in Candy's good fashion, she has dropped that one as a hot potato. She is now on the chopping block with the military industrial complex. Why don't you just investigate these things to the end? Pick out individuals that you have concrete reason. I'm not saying she must have concrete proof, but at least let her have concrete reason for bringing this up. She just doing... Well, I'm sorry. I wasn't supposed to have my thinking cap on. Let's keep on going, okay? Well, another thing that she brought up is that she had a tip from a medical nurse or someone who works in Utah Valley Hospital, who tipped her and told her that Charlie Kirk was actually at Utah Valley Hospital and not Tempanogo's, which many people were saying was not like the right trauma hospital for him to have been taken to, nor was it the closest one for him to have been taken to. So that controversy has been going around. And she says that she got information from this person, giving her a page that shows Charlie Kirk's name and date of birth, and also a memo that went out on that day saying that only a particular doctor, Jacob and Deb, will be handling Charlie Kirk and every other person should leave it alone. But I am not medical, but is it strange for certain individuals' files to be handled only by certain individuals due to their high rankings? I don't know. Maybe I am getting it. If I'm wrong about this, please correct me in the comment section. Those who are in the medical field, is it correct? Is it okay that for example, let's say there's a medical hospital and then something happens to the president and he happens to be nearby, or say someone, a celebrity, and they bring him in. Is it everyone who is allowed access to that person's medical file? Or is there supposed to be some kind of restriction? Because I don't know, but I think it's supposed to have a certain level of restriction given his
Find that
personality
really
and who he was.
And here's
and
what I will
also,
tell you that happened
it's
thereafter in
medical
short order,
information. Not
because
everybody
it was
should just be
definitely
digging into
something.
it.
I believe,
Well, let me
and
know
I'm
in the
saying this
comment section if I'm wrong about
retrospectively,
this.
that
And
from that
also my
moment
next
onward,
worry
Charlie and I
about
were
this is
assigned
this
handlers.
medical
This is an
personnel
expression that Kanye used
who
to say,
sent
have a
this
handler.
information to
I thought that he was
Candace.
just
Is this
saying that.
ethical
I thought that he was
in
referring
medical
to just
field?
Hollywood.
Unless
I
there is
now
an
very
investigation
much
where
believe that I have
where
had
records are subpoenaed
handlers,
or someone
since
is
2018.
demanded by the court or
And
some
that things were
authority
done
to give
intentionally
records
to
because of
pull
a particular
me
reason.
and Charlie
Is it
apart.
allowed
Now,
for
I'm gonna tell
someone
you
to just be tipping candice.tips.com medical records? I don't know how that flies, but I would like to know from those who are in the medical field how that works there. That was interesting to me.
questions no, we are not akin to people that watch pornography all day. And no, we're not getting high on it. We're going to get high when we find out what actually happened. That's going to feel like a high to us, right? That's going to be that natural rush that we feel when we've actually solved what happened to Charlie Kirk. So let me answer you back on that, Alex Marlowe. Be careful, because it might do your genealogy. You don't want me doing that. Careful.
Well, the reason she is threatening this person, actually what the person said is like making an analogy. You know how people say people are addicted to conspiracy theory the way some people are addicted to corn, P-O-U-R-N? So he was giving the analogy that, look, people are addicted to the conspiracy theories online so much that no matter which one she spins out, people enjoy it and just go with it. And she comes and she's replying to him as if she is saying, or as if he said, they are just corn addicted people who are sitting online enjoying corn and they are going, Candace! Oh, sorry. I'm not supposed to be thinking about this straight. I'm supposed to just keep my thinking cap on or off. And then she threatens him with doing his genealogy. Candy baby, we've given you a list so many times. We are yet to see you do that list. You keep talking about people keeping suspicious people around them. And you have so many suspicious people around you, starting from your best friend Kanye. Let's not go to Andrew Tate. What about your hobby? Have you checked how he joined the Bollington Club and the Catholic Church the same time in the university at Oxford? Have you thought about that? Oh, no, we don't talk about it. It just doesn't look suspicious to you that a man, a Christian faith man, joined the Bollington Club, a very chaotic and radical club that is banned from so many campuses because of its activities, and also joined the Catholic Church at the same time. Doesn't sound suspicious to you? Or Andrew Tate, it doesn't. You want to threaten people with doing their genealogy? Candace Owens, I have one genealogy I want you to do for me. Please do the genealogy of Paul Biya. Okay? Concentrate there. That's something that is resourceful, will help an entire country. Thank you very much.
Just present some pictures. Stop pretending that you're offering genetic evidence in the court hearing against me. You're not even suing me for the claim that I said you were born a male. You're suing me for the claim that I said you stole your sister's identity to transition. That's what you're suing me over, amongst very many other things that are ridiculous. And
And Candy Baby, it will not be a full episode without so many lies dropped here and there. From what I've been hearing online, even the aspect of Kanye West out of the blue tweeting her was a lie. That someone, Dave Rubin, had introduced her to the guy like a year before him tweeting her. Now, she is lying, bold-faced lying, that the Macrons are not also suing her, that she said he is a trans person. But if you read the lawsuit, it is there, stated there, both in the initial and the amended. It is stated there. One of the things that are disturbing the couple is that she claims she is. Actually, she is not the only one the Macrons are suing. There are 10, almost 12 other people with an ongoing lawsuit right now. They are in court right now. And the people are saying they were joking with the same situation, saying that. And in this same episode, she says this. All she did was tell the truth that he was born a man and transitioned to a woman. I don't know how her lawyers do it. She is not saying in her opinion or allegedly. No, she says she is just saying the truth that he was born a man and transformed to a woman. And that is the truth she's saying is the truth. Meanwhile, she has not produced any evidence. And she says that they said they have produced, they said they will, madam. I don't know if she reads at all. Oh, God. Keeping up with Candace's lies it should be an entire season, okay? Keeping up with Candace's lies should be an entire season.
The military-industrial complex that shot JFK to maintain power has created a veneer of reality for us, and it is not so, right? We are under a veil. I think that these corporations, people that are put at the head of these corporations and we're told that they're geniuses or they're just so successful, like Mr. Beast, these are military operations is what I'm signaling to you guys. So be aware of that, I think, right? And we don't know it. We don't know it, but I kind of know.